do. Most everybody here knows that. I was waiting also to see if there was one other person coming, but not, so that's fine. So Tom made a thing when he came in here. He said, "Oh, I don't know where that knob is." That's what this training's about. Where is that knob? Okay, so and the knobs on here some are labeled CRM for reasons, because this is considered the control room. C for control, R for room, M for maybe monitor, maybe control room monitor. Okay. So that's the control room monitor, that red knob right there, and that turns down the speakers in the room. Okay? But it doesn't turn the volume going out over the air. Okay?
Well, I guarantee you that most teachers,
it's just for you to monitor in here, and I want to ask somebody a question, I turn it down, I'm just talking off mic to somebody like we're doing today. Okay? That is not a headphone. It does not change your headphone volume. That's just these two speakers here. Okay? So that's good. That's good to know. But you know, in the very beginning, when you first went radio, you think, "Oh my God, I turned the radio off." You're just turning the speakers down.
I'm so glad
it says speakers right there, right?
It's
labeled speakers.
It says control room speakers. Yeah. Okay. But sometimes we think if we can't hear it, we think it's not going out. But it's going out. As long as these meters are moving, it's going out. Most of the time. There's a lot of things that are variables that happen, because this is the beginning of a chain. So you have a chain of all these things that make it to the transmitter site, and this is the very beginning of the chain. All the sources come through this board. So some stations do it differently, but we do it this way, so everything is controlled through this board. So whatever's on our automation is coming through this board. You know, for broadcasting live from Fogartyville, it's going to come through this board. Any of these mics, any of these CD players, turntables, anything is going to come through this board. So this is the controls and decides what goes out. So determining what goes out is what's pushed up. Okay? And right now what is pushed up is this fader, so this is sending our signal out. Okay? This is the master. The red is the master. Just leave it up all the time, never touch it. Radio boards are designed different than sound boards. You run a band or something, you bring it up a little bit, maybe bring it up a little more, and bring it up a little down a little bit more, whatever. But radio boards are normally designed to try to run things all the way to the top. They, it's maybe to reduce error. You try to get your signal, so as you notice, they're labeled 0 is the top. So 0 is where you want to be. Anything else is less than 0. So you run your master all the way up at 0 and leave it there, and you control your volume going out from your individual faders. Okay? This fader is labeled MSEG or CD3. My bifocals there, so I can see that. MSEG is our automation program. So on that particular channel, there is an A-B switch, you know, one or the other. Megaseg light is on, so Megaseg is what we're hearing going out over the air. If you wanted CD3, you'd hit that button and that light would go on. All right? So that's our A-B switch, or either this or either that. Okay? On 3 channels we have those A-B switch. So these channels, particular 3 channels, can do 2 things. Turntable 1, which is there, or CD1. Turntable 2 or CD2, or Megaseg or automation and CD3. Okay? There is no turntable 2 anymore, so that leaves us an opening to put in another source. We're looking at, temporarily anyways, John Hopt, if he comes in one day, is supposed to be bringing us his cassette player. So we try that for a little while. So, yeah, we'll just try it. We'll maybe do 8 tracks once, who knows?
I was going to say, does someone have cassettes laying around?
Someone does have cassettes, okay?
I mean, I know I did. I don't really have any more.
Does everybody know everybody here?
I might have one of my favorite mixtapes in a box somewhere.
There you go.
Saved.
Traveling tape.
Exactly.
Right. And Ed used to make mixtapes, so he probably has some tapes. So everything feeds into this part of the board, and comes out over on this part of the board. So your inputs are here, and I always say it's kind of like you're controlling, it's like water coming in, and you control what amounts of different stuff go out, and then it goes out this side. This remains all the way up, and these are our outputs here, our output cables. So we don't change any of this because it's all hardwired in. Only myself and maybe Luke or one other person or Annie would change any of these wires. We ask you not to change any of these. If you have a problem, please let us know. Some people do change them without permission. The only one that's loose freely here is this one, which is for your line in. If you're playing from your laptop, your phone, you have an iPod, whatever you have that has a mini input, and that goes into the board under, let's see, it has its own line. The last one here, line in. Okay? So there might be some labels that need to be, like turntable 2 label probably can come off, but if I do that, it might take.
Yeah.
We'll take it off for now, and then people will scream. Oh, nope, see, it's going to take the other one off, so let's leave it for now.
Scissor.
Yeah. So the what you have is since this is the source of everything coming in and stuff comes out, it has to go from this room to the transmitter site. So we like you to understand the whole process. So how do we? The transmitter site is at Bella Vista and Beneva. We have to get there somehow. So it goes through those 2 cables down around the floor into this black box over here. And there's a compressor in there, which you can see the signal running through it. And on the dark shelf, the middle shelf, there's a little silver box called a